We're all wondering, when is the ATF going to be going door to door and arresting and charging people for being in possession of FRT-WOT triggers? For those of you who've been following all of my different progressive updates on this, you know that one of the big issues I've been warning about since the very start is the fact that, look, in court, people are going to be saying, I didn't know, I didn't have any notice, which means that a precursor to raids, arrests, and criminal charges, if I'm the federal prosecutor, if I'm the state prosecutor, and speaking as a former prosecutor, I can have a little bit of grounds to say this on, I want to make sure that I can prove up knowledge, which means I need to be able to show that these people had warning. Letters are fine through the mail, but wouldn't it be better if we're about to act on somebody that if I could send agents to someone's door to say, yep, absolutely, in an affidavit, I definitely warned that guy, he knew, and following that date, he's still possessed. Well, we now have video footage of agents doing exactly this. We're going to show you the footage. I'm going to break it down a little bit and go through what you need to know. Guys, let's get into it. All right, I'm not going to do to you what I hate it when people do it to me, which is where they just bury the video that I came here to see at the end. I'm going to show it to you in just a couple seconds. First, I need to make sure that it gets proper accreditation. This came from a fellow GunTuber channel, Reno May, linked in the description box below. Thank you for sharing. And I'm going to be describing what happens after this in some of the context. But guys, let's check out the ATF agents.
Hey, there you go. Hey, sir, how you doing? I'm looking for Christopher Joust.
He's not here right at the moment.
Okay. All right, cool. So, my name's Mike. I'm with ATF. You don't need to see my lottery tickets. I'm with ATF. All right. He's on a list of some devices that he purchased for firearms that he should not go on. So,
if he gets caught with it after this point, though, he's on notice as knowing that he's not supposed to have it. So.
Okay. Cool. Are you his father, or?
Yeah.
Can I get your name, sir?
Okay, so what did we just see? We saw two ATF agents at a door, at a home, saying that they're there because someone purchased something that's on a list. We're talking about FRT triggers. And very clearly, the second agent, the second officer in the background, makes it very clear that, look, you're on notice that you cannot be in possession of these items. Very simply, that's what's going on. Now, notably, if you check out Reno May's video, again, linked in the description box below, Reno May basically did a little bit of background on this, did a little bit of sleuthing into this, because the person who sent it in said, look, I never purchased this. I searched for it on Gunbroker, but I never purchased it off Gunbroker. Well, obviously one of two things has to be going on here. Either A, he's lying and he did purchase this on Gunbroker, or B, he's absolutely telling the truth and somehow the ATF has access to your Gunbroker search history. All right, so how does this all wash out? I can affirmatively tell you that in my practice here at the largest criminal defense firm in our state, we are definitely seeing increased enforcement action from the ATF when it comes to FRT-WOT triggers. We're seeing agents reach out to people in a couple cases, depending upon where you are in the state. We're seeing them basically threaten to go to people's places of business, go to their work, and borderline harass them a little bit on this. All right. So very quickly, let's look at this as if he did actually buy this off Gunbroker. Number one, the ATF is combing through lists of Gunbroker sales and tracking down purchasers. And guys, I can confirm that this is happening. What they're doing is they're going through a couple big accounts where people were purchasing it from known sellers, known vendors that were basically dealing en masse with lots of sales. They're also doing this through distributors and other different spots. So if you did buy it from one of these big Gunbroker purchasers, that all checks out. And if you did too, then be forewarned. Number two, if you did purchase one of these devices and the ATF is now at your doorstep, first off, we have a fantastic video on how to handle the ATF common tactics that law enforcement uses. We'll link that in the description box below. But the big thing you have to remember is that there is a trail of clues. There's a series of information, a breadcrumb trail of information that have put them there. That presumably came from somewhere. It didn't come from nowhere, because sometimes we have people contact my office and say, yeah, I have no idea how they got here. It's like, well, really? Let's put this together. Oh, you purchased it from a website online. Well, let's, again, try to figure this out here. So if you did purchase one of these devices through Gunbroker or some sort of online vendor or something like that, then yeah, you are teed up and potentially in their crosshairs for being in possession in what is their view not mine, but at least their view today, not 5-10 years ago, a possession of a machine gun. So you're looking at major felony charges there. And again, this is the path to where we see that enforcement. Every warning flag is here where they're making sure that people know thou shalt not possess. And I'm not saying that's fair. Don't get on me saying like I'm backing them up here. I'm letting you know that if I'm the prosecutor mapping out cases against these people, I need to start with making sure that I can get them on the mens rea. That's the Latin legal term for they had the proper criminal intent, the proper criminal knowledge. It starts with notification in this case. And rest assured, there may be many other defenses, subjects of other videos. Let me know in the comment field if you want me to get into that. But again, enforcement starts with notification, and here we are. So because it's really interesting, and the viewer's saying that, look, I didn't buy this device. I haven't bought anything off Gunbroker. And I guess he turned over his Gunbroker account, he claims, to the other gun tuber who reviewed it and said, yeah, it doesn't look like there's any kind of recent purchases here or anything like that. If this is true, then number one, ATF somehow has access to search history on Gunbroker and who knows where else. And I didn't say purchase history, I said search history. You type something into the field, a little search field, and you hit enter. And somehow, somewhere or another, ATF has a warrant, a rolling warrant, more likely a periodic warrant where they're looking for folks who are searching for this kind of stuff. And now all of a sudden, you are on a list. Number two, always remember that you leave a digital breadcrumb trail everywhere you go across online. Okay, you don't actually have to purchase something to have created a trail that you're going there. And no, going into incognito mode or something like that, that's not like the end around everything, okay? It isn't, okay? Just trust me on that as a criminal defense attorney, former state prosecutor. Number three, merely searching for a product and viewing it online can be a crime for certain things. Things I'm not going to mention here because this is a family-friendly show. But when it comes to being in possession of alleged machine guns, it may be used to justify a search warrant and raid when we're talking about FRT triggers. We're not talking about kits, jigs, all that other kind of stuff. Again, far too complicated for this video. Let me know in the comment field below if you want me to go into some of the oddities there. But for this, again, it has to be possession of a machine gun. Also remember, we've done videos about what constructive possession means. We'll also link that in the comment field below. Constructive possession means you don't actually possess the machine gun itself, but maybe you possess the parts that could make something or could be theoretically combined into something that could be illegal. That does not mean that the raid against you potentially would be legal if they just caught you searching for something that you do not possess. But it does mean that your stuff and your life will be turned upside down and inside out as you deal with the fallout from that raid, both legally, financially, and reputationally. No, that is not fair. I am not suggesting that is fair. But I see this happen to people, and it is the truth. I'm not asking you to like it, but I'm also saying, look, the reality is there, whether you choose to deny it or not. The bottom line here is that the ATF are flashing all of the warning signs that I have been talking about for months that we should expect to see prior to actual raids and arrests. And here we are. Check out my video, by the way, again, on what to do if the ATF or law enforcement are at your door, what your options are, and as well as the surprising tactics that law enforcement are allowed to engage in. For instance, did you know that they're allowed to lie to you about almost everything when they're at your door? You may not have known that. So be prepared and check out that video linked in the description box below. We'll also make sure that it trails this video. Guys, before I close with the ever popular quote of the day, please take a moment if you've not already done so. Click like. If you only do one thing, clicking like tells the algorithm more people should see this, helps this video, helps this message, helps the Second Amendment, and helps this channel. So we would tremendously appreciate that. This one comes all the way from ancient Greece, the Greek philosopher Epictetus. The challenges that you face introduce you to your strengths. We thank you for sticking around this long. As always, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this one, please feel free to check out some of our other great content, and we'll see you in the next one.